Hey guys, John and Michael here from the rxreview.com, and today we're taking a closer look at the Boa weightlifting shoe from Inov-8, which you can see.
No, idiot, show them this one.
Which you can see right here. Okay guys, well anyway, let's get down to business, the review of the shoe. So the Inov-8 weightlifting shoe with the Boa style, this is very similar to the Inov-8 FastLift 335. The only difference, however, Michael, is a tightening system, which is the Boa one like this. All you need to do is tighten it by twisting it and releasing it by popping it off. Now, Michael, you have been testing this for the past few months. Tell us about it. What did you like about it?
Yeah, for anyone that doesn't understand what the Boa dial system, I'll just tell you very quickly. I mean, it has these two dials on the front here, and basically you twist the dial to secure the tension. I also filmed a review explaining, or a product highlight video explaining exactly how it works, so you can check that out. I'll put that link below. But going on to your question, what did I think? I've got to say at the outset, I really did enjoy having this new lacing technology in the shoe. It was much faster for me to get in and out of the shoe, and I did feel much more secure and feel much more tighter than general laces.
Yeah, now as you said before, the major difference we all know is tightening it as opposed to using laces and straps. Now, some people I've heard have been telling me that this Boa system, just letting you know, it's only been out for the last few months. It only was released at the start of 2015. A few people were telling me though that they found this saved them precious seconds in workouts like 15.1, for instance, in the CrossFit Open, where people have gone from a couple at Metcon to then trying to get a 1 rep max in a clean and jerk. Obviously, some people change shoes in between that, and some people said that the Boa weightlifting system...
Yep, I'll show you. Enough talk. Throw those off.
Hey, let's see how quick it is while I pick
Bang!
your shoes up, all right?
Okay, so simple. You got your shoe there. Most people, I mean, you could just throw it up, you could take it off. But with this, pop, that pops up, unlace that, and bang, it's off. When you want to get back in, look how much that tongue kind of pops open. That's what I really like. It actually comes forward a lot. If you want to get back in, slide that in. Get your foot in, put that down, twist, I don't know if you can see that, and then twist there. Now, I have had races with people who raced me against, they had a pair of Reeboks or something on, and of course, I beat the idiots.
Okay, well, you've just done a PB. You've broken a new PB on changing shoes, Michael. Congratulations. But as you can see, guys, it is quite faster. The question is, though, can you get a tighter fit compared to laces? Do you think the Boa system is as tight as some traditional laces?
Look, like I said, I really did like the Boa lacing technology. I felt having the two dials, one on the tongue, one on the side, was fantastic. It felt really secure and tight. However, I will say there was one slight gripe. As you can see here, if you look at the FastLift 335, which is very similar to the Boa 370, the only alterations, there was only a couple changes besides the lacing technology. If you look here, you can actually see in the forefoot, the laces actually come down a little bit further than it does on the Boa dial. And there was a couple of times when I was at the gym, I just felt like I really wish I could get that forefoot just a little bit tighter. In saying that, I did feel totally secure. It was just a small gripe and something maybe you could be aware of if you really like it to be tight in the front of your shoe.
Okay, and obviously there's some traditionalist weightlifting shoes like these original ones, the Do-Wins from Rogue. How do you find, some traditionalists might say this is a bit of a gimmick. Do you think it's here to stay? Do you think the Boa system will be long used by weightlifters?
I'm going to shock some people with what I'm about to tell you.
Okay, what?
I never made it to the Olympics for Olympic weightlifting, and I never competed in Olympic weightlifting. So look, I'm going to say take what we say with a grain of salt. I mean, with all of this stuff, you really got to try it for yourself. I do a fair bit of Olympic weightlifting, but it's just generally in like the daily WOD and my daily like CrossFit workouts, the box. I don't take it that seriously. And in fact, I'm extremely flexible in my ankles and in my lower squat. So a lot of the time, I don't necessarily wear Olympic weightlifting shoes. I mean, I did go back wearing the Rogue Do-Wins back in the day, but for a lot of what I do, I didn't really see the benefit of it. I found my Nano 3, 4s or my Inov-8 235s were good enough. But I think the real issue for me, and this is how lazy I am, the reason why I didn't wear a lot of those shoes when I'm not competing or anything is purely because, as you can see, a lot of these shoes, like the Reeboks here, the double strap, the Do-Wins, the double straps, and even in the 335s, the strap here, I was just quite frankly too lazy, like in between a workout, to bother to put them on. And like I said, I don't get the biggest benefit out of wearing Olympic weightlifting shoes. But that said, wearing the Boa, I absolutely love it to death. It's so easy to get in and out of. I've been bringing them to the box and I've been keeping them in my gym bag. and really do like it. So yeah.
Okay, and now as we mentioned before, the actual Boa weightlifting shoe is very similar to the Fastia 335. The major difference, however, is of course the tightening system. If you were to choose what you prefer, the traditional laces or the Boa system on these shoes, which one would you take?
Now I think these are what, about an extra $20, $30 extra?
Well, these sell for $200 in America and about $250 in Australia and New Zealand, about $20 to $30 more expensive than, depending which retailer you buy them from. Is it worth the $20?
Look, if you've already got the 335 and budget is a little bit tight, I don't necessarily think you need to upgrade. However, if you're a competitive functional fitness athlete, then I definitely think they're worth your while. If you're as lazy as myself, or you don't have either pair and you're going to buy a pair, then by all means, I highly recommend this. This by far is my favorite Olympic weightlifting shoe on the market to date, and I've gone through quite a few. And
the final question, because I know you're a bit of a tight ass too, $20 is a lot for you. Would you buy this shoe again if it was taken from you?
Absolutely. Yep. I'm actually surprised to say it myself. I really do like this shoe. Like I said, I'm not going to compete in any Olympic weightlifting events in the future, but I do a lot of squatting. I do a lot of clean and jerks and snatches. I do throw that in, and I really do enjoy this shoe. Just the ease of just getting in and out of them, how tight they feel. I really do enjoy them. I think kudos to Inov-8 for making a great Olympic weightlifting shoe. So big fan, I have to say.
And big fan for also making a great color here. In case you were looking at this going, I want to get this great shoe because it's a great color like Michael and myself. Unfortunately, this is only available for females. Right now, the two colors available are black and white.
Maybe. No, wait, the white is not available. That was a test. There was a test up.
There you go. It's only black for now,
athletes,
anyway, like I said, guys, if you'd like to find more about this shoe, you can check out Michael's video on the Boa system, which he did all by himself, not with me. And reviews on any of these shoes, including the Fast Lifts and the CrossFit Reebok shoes, on our website.
Just because I'm Filipino doesn't mean like I'm related to Imelda Marcos and I don't have to do all the shoes.
TheRxReview.com is where it's at, guys. Let's get out of here.